In today's video, I attempt my first live auction. We get an outrageous deal on this bag of clubs that I'll be using today to play with, and I've actually get to go and play 18 holes worth of golf. It should be interesting. Seven's not too bad, a dink here and there. But again, £190 boys and girls for my golf clubs today. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Simon down here at Crowhamhurst Golf Club. I've been kindly invited to come and play the charity golf day down here. But before we get into how I got here, the clubs that I've got, let's do a quick rewind to this morning to give you a bit more of a backstory. Good morning, how are you doing? Action-packed day today, charity golf event, unreal deal of golf clubs that I'm actually going to play with in this event. Kids in tow, this is a normal family trip to the lockup every morning to go and get clubs, but this isn't actually to send out, this is actually to give away. So let's go and grab the club and then I'll tell you a bit more. Back home waiting for the grandparents to come and pick up my kids so I can go and play in said charity event today. R7 driver is the driver that I picked out of the lockup, and the reason being is Paul, the gentleman that contacted me about the charity day probably about 2 years ago now, and obviously it's been postponed till now. He wanted to build a bag. Firstly, he wanted my advice how to get the clubs for the bag, because he wants to build his dad's that sadly passed away, and this is the whole point of today's charity for British Heart Foundation. He wanted to build his dad Andy's favourite golf bag over the years, so his favourite driver, irons, wedges, putter, so to go and be a part of that day. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Golf bag, found out a real deal the other day, £190 for this whole golf bag. I couldn't go myself because again looking after kids, so I messaged Dad and said, Dad, can you drive 45 minutes to another golf club to pick these clubs up? And he did. So not only am I giving him my kids this morning, he's then bringing the golf clubs that I'm playing with today, which should be quite interesting. I think they're going to suit me because obviously I've seen the images. I'll show you the listing actually. I'll show you the listing now. £190, bag, balls, basically a whole golf setup, and that's exactly what I'm going to be playing today. So I thought that was quite fitting for today's video. I'll leave a link to British Heart Foundation in this video. If you've ever liked one of my videos or enjoyed any of my content in the past, obviously I don't really ask much from you guys. If you wouldn't mind just dropping a couple of quid or maybe a fiver, I'll leave the link to obviously Paul's, because he's playing 72 holes by the way today, so he's been playing since first thing this morning. We're joining basically the last 18, and it'd be good to obviously help hit his goal. And we're back here at Crowhamhurst Golf Club. I'll do a quick rundown of the bag behind me. It's single Stableford charity event today, so I'm not really worried about what I shoot. If it was a team event, I'd probably bring my own sticks to do a bit of courtesy to my team, but it's single Stableford. I don't really mind what I shoot. Obviously, if I shoot under 75, you'll hear about my score. If I shoot over 75, well, you won't. Bag behind me, this is a pros bag. I can tell it was picked up at a golf club. It's got X-Diff shafts. This is essentially the same setup that I probably had when I was playing back with Titleist. I think I had the 710s, not the 714s, but I'll show you the bag. Came with practice balls as well. I actually got a free round of golf at the golf club itself, so obviously I know the gentleman who was selling them actually worked there as well. 8.5 Titleist 915 D3, so the smaller head of the two Titleist driver. Diamond X-Flex shaft, so that is going to be an absolute bomb if I catch it, and obviously if I don't catch it, that can go anywhere. Again, same shaft in the 3-wood as you can see, and then a nice little H1. I think this is probably going to be my club of choice off most tees today, but it's strangely, it's got a regular flex, as you can see there, regular flex, even flow shaft in there, so that's a bit interesting. I don't actually know what the shafts are in the irons. I'm going to imagine they're X-Diff because there's no decals on them, but the 714s, as you can see, 3 to pitch and wedge might I add, and the condition of them is pretty good. 6, as you can see there on the side. There was just so many freebies like Titleist towel on the side. Again, it's so funny, every time I need a new wire brush to clean clubs at home, I somehow get donated one by a bag, which is always nice. We've got, this is a nice little scorecard holder in the bottom here. Bags obviously in very good condition. 2 wedges at the bottom there, 54 and a 60, so I'm actually going to have a bit of a gap, to be fair. That's probably going to go about 130, 135. That probably does 100, so hopefully I haven't got too many 120-yard shots today. Old school, but a fan favourite, Ping Answer putter. Look at that bad boy. Not bad at all. Love it. this is essentially, I've got exactly the same putter, just upgraded over the years. But really nice looking putter, 34-inch length, original pin grip on it. Bit naughty overall. Again, as I say, what's the 7 iron like? Because that's probably going to have the most wear. And again, 7's not too bad. A dink here and there. But again, £190, boys and girls. For my golf clubs today, I want to kind of do more of this, go to different parts of the country, pick up a set in that part of the country, and then go and play golf with mates, other pros, you guys. I think that's going to be the next adventure for the channel. But as you can see, I'm at the range because I need to hit some of these shots because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of the boys. Okay guys, we're coming down the 8th now, nearly halfway through the golf course. Course is in Great Neck, playing with Harry, Paul's brother, Andy's son. It's going alright, isn't it?
It's not too bad, yeah. Wish we could play a bit better, but that's alright, doesn't matter.
Obviously your dad didn't used to play here, but
he played here a few times, obviously, okay, cool. But yeah, not so much towards the end yet. A few issues walking, so he couldn't walk so much. Yeah. He had his own buggy and what have you, but yeah, not so much towards.
And I love the idea of that bag that obviously you and your brother and your sister obviously put together. Has that been difficult trying to get all the clubs, specifically his favourite one?
Some of it, yeah, a lot of help from you, but yeah, they say they are basically the clubs that he's had for like 30 years, so it's brilliant. It's lovely for someone to be able to buy them and probably put them in their loft.
I think it's a great driver's definitely not coming back out again for the remainder of these holes, apart from the 18th, which is the longest drive hole. Tone's giving me some great advice here. Every time I'm on the tee, he's like, just hit it, get it down the middle. Anyway, driver has not been playing ball. The 8.5 X stiff is not the one. Hybrid, however, ripping that. So I think we're going to get some confidence back. The main man has caught us up at the back. We are the back of the field. He's got, how many holes we got left now?
9 left.
9 left to finish. I'll grab some more. We'll chat to him a bit later once he has finished. But how's it been going? How's the day?
Yeah, not bad. Quick, but painful. So
good man.
Feet are starting to go.
Main man, he's played a lot of holes at this point. I'm going to let him go and we'll catch up with him in a bit. Tone, talk to me about Andy. Funny story.
He was playing and he had something wrong with his teeth. So he was taking antibiotics. And he said to me, I can't. I said, where are you going to go? He said, I'm going to go in the woods. And he took his golf towel and went up there in the woods and chucked it. So that was your
most memorable story
of Andy, yeah.
I asked Tone for his memorable moment about Andy. I wasn't quite expecting the amount of editing I'm going to have to do through that speech. It is safe to say that I will not be breaking 75 today, mainly because 3 lost balls with this driver. Long drive on the 18th, however, could be a slight redemption. Tell you what, it's good to see Harry absolutely nutted his 12.5 degree 3-wood down the middle on the last there, and he's just pipped longest drive. Sadly, this is me. I mean, that is a narrow fairway for my distance, I have to say. So I would have been very lucky to hit it. But at the same time, I'm really happy that I didn't win it, because I didn't want to come here and win the longest drive, as I do feel that was a bit cheap. So very happy for Harry that he's nailed that. Right, I'm going to keep this quick. Round of golf was rubbish, but that was me, not the club. Driver putter, very difficult to come and play in a pressured environment. I mean, it's still a charity golf day, but I want to play well. When you're playing a putter and a driver that you've never hit before, it's tough. Irons, phenomenal, but I already played the AP2s, wedges, it's just outrageous deal in the bag. I want to grab Paul, I want to get the bag. Gents, firstly, thank you ever so much for obviously inviting me down here. Paul, Harry I had the pleasure obviously playing with. Paul, feet hurting?
A little bit.
You've done incredibly well. Here's the bag in question. Obviously, when you messaged me, this is the first thing in your email, by the way, that caught my eye. The fact that you basically wanted the advice of where should I get the clubs from, and then you now kindly invite me down here. Talk about the bag. Dad's clubs, obviously favourite ones over the years. Did he upgrade over the years, or?
They've always been his mainstay, haven't they? Whenever he started playing bad, he went back to them.
Yeah, and we bought him numerous sets over the year, just Father's Day and birthday.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we spent £400 on a customised Scotty camera.
Harry told me about it. Actually, I actually want to. I will get it, because haven't you got this in the bag at the moment? Yeah. Harry's got this bag. I'll show you this now on camera. But he always went back to the Odyssey Dual Force, which I absolutely love. And again, as I say, the story about the set, you boys, and everything, I think is really cool. So I just want to say, firstly, thank you to both of you and your sister, by the way, for inviting us down. And it's gonna be a good night.
Thank you. And thank you for coming, Simon. It's been a pleasure to have you here.
Don't be silly.
And thank you for donating the driver as well to the set.
Don't be silly. You're going to have another driver in a minute because you can have that one to auction off as well. I want to thank Andy's family for being so welcoming, bringing me down here. They keep saying thank you to me, but at the end of the day, it's been a nice day out on the golf course. So thank you ever so much for them. As I say, link to the charities in the description below. If you like this video, please donate a couple of quid. It'd mean a lot. Right, catch you guys now.
Morning, Tom. Hope you're doing well.
Afternoon, mate. Well done on the lesson. And evening, Alan. Not a problem at all. And testing the G30s and the afternoon, gents. On my way to the lock-up. Go pick up the Mura Iron.